Hello everyone, this is Mainline Engine 2, and today I have the Thomas Wooden Railway layout for Season 4 of Thomas and Friends Wooden Railway Originals, and I also have a Season 4 update. So, let's get started. Now first, we are here at Tidmouth Sheds for this season. I decided to use this version since I used the turntable for the other sheds for one of the yards. So here we have Tidmouth Sheds. Now we come back out of the sheds and we come to this V-switch. Well, we also have the Fat Controller's house right here. But we take this V-switch and we go out to where we have a Lower Tidmouth Station. And then we come back around here over this viaduct where we have Upper Tidmouth. We come back around again where we have one of the bridges on this layout. And we soon come back over here to Farmer McColl's farm. And then back over here to a T-switch. And we're gonna come around here and we're gonna turn in right. We're gonna come back to that stretch of stuff in a minute or two. So we will come back around here, take a right, go over the stone bridge, and we are here at Knapford Station. Now what we have going on here is that we have the track coming back around from Tidmouth, the pavilion, and the sheds, and Sir Topham Hatt's house. The track comes back around here to this switch, and if you go straight here, you come to a V-switch. That makes this one line come into two, where we have platforms 3 and 4. But come back around here to where this switch is, it goes underneath the stone bridge and back around to platform 1. Now where we came from over here to the T-switch, we go over the arched stone bridge and come to platform 2. Here's just an overview of that part. Now we come back around here to platforms 1, 2, 3, and 4 on this side, but on this side, they're the same. So over here we're gonna take track 4. We're going to follow it out past the signal box and past the back of the sheds. Out to where we go down this line and we find Toby at the Farquhar Station right here. And he has Annie and Clarabelle, Henrietta, the Sodor dairy cars. And we have houses back there. And here we come to the switch. One goes up and one goes to the right. So we're gonna go to the one on the right. We're gonna turn right, go past the watermill, through this tunnel. We come back out the other side and up here, through there, and to where we have down here into where we have the Farquhar Quarry. Yes, beautiful. So here we have Mavis. Here we have her shed and all this stuff. Now, this is actually like the pebbles you put in a fish tank. I've put them on a sheet of wax paper and put them down here underneath the truck, and I have these big pieces of gravel on here too. We have a big rock back here and some brick right here. So yeah, this is the Farquhar Quarry. And this is also from the Treasure at the Mine Deluxe Figure 8 set. This piece right here. So let's go back around here, back through that tunnel. I'm trying not to spoil anything. So we come back here to the switch where Toby is. And so this time we're gonna go straight up here, around here, then come down. We come to this switch and we're gonna go straight. We come back around here. To where we have Olmsted Station. Right here, and there's houses right there. So we're gonna go through Olmsted Station and to where we have this here. We can either go up and over or underneath. Now either way, we're gonna come up and over here where we come to this T-switch up here. Now we're gonna go right, come down here, underneath this piece, and come back around to where this piece is right here. That goes back up the mountain pass. Now over here, if we go left at the T-switch, we come down here. So we have a crossing into where we have Olmsted Sheds. And this is Thomas's branch line. So yeah, we have two sets of sheds right here. So this is Thomas's branch line. Now we are going to come back over here to Knapford Station, where we have platforms 1, 2, and 3, and we are gonna go straight out them past the signal box. They all go parallel for a little while to where we have Henry's Tunnel, where we have something else over here. We'll get to that in a minute, but we have Henry's Tunnel over here. So we have the platform 1 track. It goes up Henry's Tunnel, then comes down, it goes up the mountain, Hill Pass. We're on the top level, and where we find Duck, the very long line of coaches. And then we come back down here to Ellsbridge Station. Now we come back over here to platforms 2 and 3, and we come down the track for platform 2, go up and over Henry's Tunnel, and come straight across here where we have this viaduct thing. We find Oliver with a very long goods train. Now we come to the middle level of the mountain overpass, or whatever this is. Yeah, the hill, the mountain overpass, hillside, whatever. And we come down to this signal box. We come down through it into Ellsbridge platform. Now we come back over here again to platform 3 on Knapford Station. We come down platform 3, past the signal box, go up and over Henry's Tunnel, and to where it comes down underneath the track that comes from platform 2, and it runs parallel to the line from platform 2. And then the line comes down here through the bottom level of the mountain tunnel overpass. And so we come back through here to our signal box again, where we have Ellsbridge platform over here, Ellsbridge platform, and Ellsbridge Station. Now the 3 lines that come back over here from Knapford Station that go over Henry's Tunnel, they all end up at Elsbridge and then come down to this T-switch. Now let's go back over here to the T-switch we left off farthest north over here. As we can recall from earlier, we have the T-switch from right here. We are going to go straight and we find the post station, a crossing. This is Arlesburg Station, where we have down here Hersey and the mail cars. We also have a bank right here. So then we're gonna go straight through here and we find another track that is parallel from the one that runs from the T-switch. And so we take these two parallel tracks through here to this pair of switches, and we come down here to Wellsworth Station. Now these two lines end up at Wellsworth. And at the switch here we go right, and we come to this turntable right here where we have the yard. And then if we were to go straight on through from here, we would end up at Marion Station. And so over here we have a siding with the coal hopper on it, and we also have the windmill with Marion Station. And there's a crane down there. And middle line we have a set of trucks that run into Henry's Tunnel. Well, the siding does. And then we have another siding that goes to the oil depot where we have some oil cars. We have another siding where Edward is, and we have a siding with cabooses on it. And now we have this really, really long siding right here with a few trucks on it, and it goes all the way back there. And there's nothing here, and this comes back out to where Wellsworth is. So these two tracks come parallel with all these switches. We end up in the yard, and we come back down straight from Wellsworth, and we find Brendam Docks. Over here we have the switch that comes back down from the yard. It leads down here to Brendam Docks, where we have the dock itself, Cranky, this shipping shed that you sometimes see at the docks in the TV series. So these two lines come back down here. Well, through that, from here, you come back down through here, through this shed where we have this switch here. I'm gonna go straight where these two lines come to one. We then go past this big crane, and we go over a line here, back around the bend here, to where we have the Sodor China Clay Quarry. Yes. So this is a very nice setup here. We have Bill and Ben here. And the line that comes back around the curve comes to two switches. And they're just all sidings that lead to the quarry. Yes, there's that crane guy over there. So if we come back around, back out here to this switch, and we go right, we go through this crossing, we have a signal here. And this is where this T-switch at Elsbridge, whoops, the T-switch, well the three-way switch at Elsbridge meets up with these switches right here. Now at this switch, we turn right. We come through this double cross switch where we have Crovan's Gate Station, where we have the station right there, and we have a school over here. And so we come back over here where we have the Flying Scotsman, Bear, Donald and Douglas settled outside the works. And we have a cargo tower right there. And we come back out here to where the line from here comes through the cross switch right there, comes back out to this switch. You come out to this switch, and there's two lines here, straight, and you can go right. And when we go right, we have Lady, Thomas, Daisy, Gordon, Henry, James. And then back on the other side of this shed, we have Diesel and Boco. There's no other engine back there. So that line creeps back around here, goes behind Boco and the side of the works, back around here to where it meets up back here where we have the breakdown train, back to this line and back to the works. Now coming back out here to the switches again, we come from this three-way switch. We go straight through here, past the railroad crossing signs and the signal box to where we have the switch here. That combines the three-way switch from Elsbridge and then back onto Knapford. We have all that meets up with this one switch that meets up from Brendam Docks and Wellsworth. And back all the way over there is Arlesburg. So we come back around here to the switch that combines all of this together. And so we come down here to where we currently have Kelstrop after it's been rebuilt. After the bomb, here we have another T-switch. And so here we are going to go right. And this leads into the industrial park, where we have Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory, what's usually Edwards Shed, and the Sodor Paint Company. We have this 2-pack, I forgot what it was, released last year. The Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory, the Cookie Factory car set, the 5-pack with the chocolate rickety, the Elsbridge flour, Sodor sugar, the butter car, and the egg car. The caboose isn't really included in the set. Come back over here to this turntable, the line beside, in between where we have Holly and the shed, Edward's old shed, we have just the siding that comes back around here. Where we have the paint company, we have Holly, she's collecting paint. And then back around to the turntable, in between the cars and the empty siding, we have the chocolate factory, empty siding, and the line that leads back to the T-switch. Now we'll come back to the line that the 2-pack of Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory cars are in a minute, because it will actually make sense in like 2 seconds. We come back to this T-switch and we go straight around this bend to where we have another switch. And we're going to go right on this one. No, not right. We're going to go straight on this one, come to another switch, go straight and you have an empty shed, and you go right, you come to where we have some lamps, outside lamps, power pole lamps, whatever. And we come to a crossing, we come to another three-way switch. And for this line, we're gonna go right. This actually comes back around to where Mr. Jolly's chocolate factory, these cookie factory cars that come back to the industrial part. This is actually, you can turn right in, you can turn right in here, go straight through the turntable, back around, where we have this three-way, and then back around here into a loop, back towards Kelstrop, and all that stuff over there. And I'm really happy to say that the quarry sets worked out really well. I really like them. And these are actually cement blocks, by the way. So we come back over here to this three-way. We go straight and we have some Now let's start with this update. Season 4 of Thomas & Friends Wood and Railway Originals will premiere this week. And I already have the first episode of the season, episode 41. It is scripted and the scripting has been finished. So first episode of season 4, episode 41, will be released, and it will premiere this week. So yeah, and season 4 will consist of 15 episodes as usual, and there may not be a lot of characters introduced this season. Well, yeah, there will be, but you know, it will be primarily focused, well, not primarily, but like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I'm talking about. This season will be used for characters to be characterized, so to speak, adding more characterization to the characters, like custom characters like Bear and Holly and Austin. They are not in the TV series or the Railway series, so they don't really have a sense of what their personality is, or not really that much stuff so far, even though we're entering the 4th season. And they were introduced back in episode 8, but this season will be used for characterization of the characters, which is all of them. Like in the TV series, they have all this stuff that happens, and there's flashbacks and references. There needs to be stuff like that, conflicts and actions that happen in this season that will be referenced to in seasons to come. There will be stuff that happens like that in this season. And this season will be the best season ever, well, so far, as I've said this about seasons 3 and 2 also. This is the season 4 update, and I have finished the layout and scripted episode 41 and starting 42, yes. So stay tuned for the premiere of episode 41 of Thomas & Friends Wood and Railway Originals, and I will see you guys very, 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 very soon, and I'm very, 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 very excited. See you next time.